Found Season 2 Episode 12 Return Date. Missing while misidentified. Following tonight's new episode of Found at NBC, do you want to get a Season 2 Episode 12 return date? What about more scoop on what is to come? Rest assured, we'll do our best to present what we know so far. Well, the first thing that we do have to mention here is quite regrettable. We are going to be waiting a while to see what is next. For now, the plan right now seems to be to bring the Shanola Hampton drama back on the air come Thursday, February 13th. In other words, right before Valentine's Day. The title here is Missing While Misidentified, and our hope here is that over the course of the hour, we're going to be able to see an array of different twists and turns. This is, after all, what Found is known for. The unfortunate reality for the time being, though, is of course that there is no information out there yet about what lies ahead. We sure hope that this changes at some point, but it probably will not be until at least early next week. While you wait for the show to come back, be sure to also keep recommending it. The live plus same-day numbers are so far down versus what we saw in Season 1, when the show had less competition during some of the industry strikes. Its future does remain unclear, but the good news is that there is still a lot to sink our teeth into here. We've just made it to the halfway point now. There are 22 episodes this season, and that does allow us to see a lot more of who Gabby is, but then also probably some big reveals when it comes along with Sir. He may be a villain, but we also don't see him going anywhere in the near future. What are you most eager to see moving into Found Season 2 Episode 12 when it arrives? Be sure to share right now in the attached comments. Found Season 2 Episode 11. Did Gabby, Sir get arrested? With the way in which Found Season 2 Episode 11 was promoted, it seemed as though the world around Gabby and Sir would change. Yet, we did not expect just how crazy and/or shocking it would ultimately be. We suppose here that the top story is noting that thanks in part to some elaborate trap, the conclusion of this episode saw Shanola Hampton's character manage to finally take down her longtime adversary. He begged for her not to turn him in, but it did not matter. The last sight we had of Sir within this episode was him in an interrogation room. Now that we've said that, here is where things do get at least a little more shocking. Gabby noted that once she was able to protect her M&A family, she would also turn herself in. And it appeared as though this is precisely what was going to happen here. She recognized her own responsibility for certain actions of the past, and she is ready for the next steps. Now that we've said all of this, is the story for Found moving forward really about to move in some sort of super straight line? Or is this show really going to work with its major characters locked away? We hard think that Sir is suddenly about to be gone from the show, and nor do we think that Gabby is suddenly going to stop some of her work. It may take an episode or two for the writers to fully transition into what the next phase of the story is going to look like, but we should get there before too long. If you want to compare the series to another NBC show in the blacklist, it did manage to shift and change a great deal over the course of its entire run.